Hello there. They're still at it. The SNP keeps claiming the rest of the UK would pay their pensions in an independent Scotland. The deluded Ian Blackford and his SNP are still claiming that the rest of the UK, mainly England, would pay for Scottish pensions should they get their independence. Unless they know the reality of how this actually works, and if they do, they're trying to scam us. And this is all based on the delusion they're trying hard to push that people build up a pot of money inside government as they pay their national insurance contributions. A delusion that former Pensions Minister Ros Altman also seems to harbour for some inexplicable reason. But I'll give you a Brexit example in a moment that'll blow a hole in all of this. But first, there is a ring-fenced National Insurance Fund, or NIF, that holds all the pension money. So I went and dug the figures out for the financial year 2020 to 2021, and here they are. The total national insurance taxes paid into the NIF during that period, £114.3 billion. The total paid out from the National Insurance Fund in pensions, etc., £108.75 billion. And that makes an annual surplus of £5.55 billion. With the total amount of money accumulated within the National Insurance Fund when this £5.55 billion is added being £42.5 billion. That's right, the whole fund holds just 42.5 billion quid. The equivalent of 4.5 months of pension payments for the whole UK, which means the Scottish share of it is worth 4.5 months of Scottish pensioners' payments. That's the extent of the so-called pension pot. And that's because current receipts from today's taxpayers funds the current payments for today's pensioners. There is no huge pension fund hidden away. But if the likes of Blackford, Sturgeon and the SNP got their way, tomorrow's taxpayers in England, Wales and Northern Ireland would be paying for Scots pensioners to get a free pension for which their own taxpayers are not paying. To put it bluntly, they're trying to scam us. And to try and deflect and confuse us, they use this argument that if someone leaves the UK to go and live in Spain as an expat, then the UK will still pay them their pension. Spain doesn't pick up the tab. So they say if they choose to leave and live in Scotland, then we should still pick up their tab. But the truth is that those expats were part of the UK and paid into the UK, and the UK as a whole will now pay them. But if Scotland becomes independent, then the Scottish taxpayer will pick up the tab for Scottish expats. And there is a big reason behind this. If the rest of the UK was paying for Scottish pensioners, but without Scotland paying in, what would happen if the Scottish Government legislated to double those pensions? No, it's just a total nonsense. And now for the Brexit angle. Do you remember when we were in the EU and we had those things called Members of the European Parliament, MEPs, and those commissioners? Did you know that they paid into and qualified for EU pensions? And that they do collect them. They are still getting paid those pensions by the EU Commission, but where do you think the money's really coming from? That's right, the UK. Yes, the UK is still paying into the EU pension fund to provide the money for those pensions to be paid for ex-UK MEPs and commissioners. And that sums it up. The UK voted to leave the EU and is paying its pension liabilities to the EU, estimated to be 9.5 billion quid in the coming years. If Scotland ends up voting to leave the UK, then it must pay its pension liabilities in exactly the same way, and that goes for its civil service pensions too. So what's your opinion on these nefarious SNP claims? Please like and comment below. Please subscribe and like this video, buy a mug and support me on Patreon or PayPal, and thank you for watching.